Plaintiff Cheryl Westman says a year after she started dating the defendant, he proposed, but she refused to marry him because he was a financial mess. Cheryl claims she was forced to foot the bills while she and the defendant lived together because he couldn't hold down a job. And she's suing because she sold the defendant a car and he failed to pay it off. Defendant Steve Hartzman says when he met Cheryl, he had a great job, but he lost it when the economy crashed, and he has struggled for years after that. Steve insists he paid off a majority of the car, and Cheryl should be patient.
Start with you.
Well, the defendant and I used to date for a number of years.
For years.
Well, we met in 2007, and then a year later he asked me to marry him at the top of the John Hancock building, but I said no, but
Why?
we could live together.
Because what?
Because I knew he was a mess financially, and I did not want to be tied to him legally.
All right. He wasn't ready financially for marriage.
That's right. But we did live together for a number of years after that. The whole time he kind of struggled with employment. And so because he couldn't find work, he ended up going back to school, to which I paid tuition. And then he got kicked out of school. And that was pretty much it for me.
Kicked out for what?
You know,
no kid.
he had a number of warnings over that period of time.
About
what? Spending too much time in the bathroom and just, you know.
Right, kindergarten, ma'am. That couldn't be true. What is it? Grades?
No, actually, I think his grades were okay.
Sir, just clear this up first.
Yes, sir.
Because she's got you sounding like Doyle said, kindergarten. Go ahead.
As far as school, well, it was a substandard school. It ended up closing
That's even
down.
worse. You got kicked out from a substandard school.
The bathroom breaks.
You think you're talking about the school? You're talking worse about yourself. How you get kicked out of a substandard school? Substandard school let everybody go there, and they don't kick anybody out because they want that money.
They did get a lot of money. That's for
Yeah, a lot of my money.
Her money.
It's money I'm still paying.
How did you get kicked out, sir?
Well, it's a long story. I'm not sure.
We got time.
Well, I had, it was an ultrasound training program, and I'd been going to a number of clinics and doing externship work there. The equipment we were trained on was substandard. I really wasn't up to speed. One of the techs that I worked with complained that the scans that I was doing was not up to par. He complained to the school about it. That was their grounds for dismissing me ultimately.
Okay, got it. How about your other employment issues? She says you were just trifling generally, not just that one time.
Well, I will admit to, a spotty employment history. I did have a great job when we met, but this was in 2008 when the economy crashed and I was laid off from a great job. And that's when I decided to go back to school.
Oh, that makes sense.
I was working part-time and I worked as many hours as I could and certainly never had any trouble finding
Makes
work.
sense. You were working well till you got laid off during the economic collapse, and you did what I advise people to do all the time when they're off work: go to school and get you an education. Stay in school until you get a job. You did what you could other than getting kicked out. You didn't study. You spent too much time in the bathroom. That's what happened, like you said.
And playing Scrabble.
You played Scrabble at school, or are you saying when you should have been studying?
Yeah, all of it.
How does he owe you for $566?
Well, after we broke up, I was still on good terms with him, and he was a delivery driver, but his car broke. And so I happened to have a car that I wasn't using. I offered to sell it to him, and he signed a contract with me for the cost of the car, which was $4,566. And he's been paying every month. He's paid $4,000 to date, but I have not seen a payment in a few months. And when I asked him about it, he made no indication that he was going to pay. And given his history financially, I really felt like I wasn't going to see another dime. And so I decided to file a suit.
How much had he paid, ma'am?
Wow.
$4,000. He only had $566 to go, and that's all I'm suing for now.
So after $4,000, why couldn't you get a man a few more months to pay $566? The man is paid all the way up. to 4,000.
In the past, he has missed payments, and then he's made up those payments.
Right. That's even more of a reason to give him a break.
The next month, and he's told me he's going to make it up, and this is how he's going to make it up. This time, he just outright indicated he was not
The
going
man
to.
owes you, but I'm just wondering why you didn't give him a break.
I can show you text messages between us where he's, I told him what I was going to do, and he said, go ahead and file a suit.
All right. Let me see your text messages, but I'm just saying the man paid his $4,000, and I'm impressed with him, particularly when you said he was a what did you say, a driver of some delivery driver. And a lot of folks, he clearly had a good job before the collapse. And after the collapse, he did everything that I advise people to do. He went to school. He just should have stayed out the bathroom. Other than that, he would have still been there. And now he's doing what he has to do. That means the man, he's not as trifling as you say. I'll show you trifling. You come with me. Yeah. You come back to Detroit with me and some of the folks I got to deal with.
Your Honor, I have an agreement that he signed that he would pay this money back.
Let's see it. I believe
I'm just asking for what I'm owed.
If he's paid you $4,000, he intended to pay you this money. Sir, you tell me about it. She wants it now. And if you owe her now, you must give it to her now. If you breached a payment plan, did you have a payment plan with her?
There was a payment plan.
Did you fail to pay in a timely manner?
I did, and again, there were times when I had missed payments, and she was okay with me making that up over time. This time, though, she was not.
Why do you think that is?
Because this was the first time I actually missed 2 consecutive payments.
With no offer to make them up whatsoever.
Yeah, did you tell her you weren't going to pay her?
I never said any such thing that I would not pay her.
If I don't get $300, I'll be filing a small claim. You say, go ahead.
Right, because I could not, because I could not come up with $300 in a month. I mean, it was just I'd been hit with a lot of bills.
You seem like an honorable guy. I have to grant her judgment, but I'm not going to let her paint you as she tried to, and that's why I was sticking up for you over there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. $566. I'm sure you'll come out of your situation soon. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. He's still a good guy. He's still going to be a friend of mine. I'm sorry it had to come to this, but I felt like I was entitled to the payment, and he pushed me to do it, so I did it.
Well, I still respect you, and I think you're wonderful, but I don't think you were being very reasonable in this case. I had every intention of paying you back. I wish we could have worked it out some other way.